Please read the disclaimer. Holy smokes, it ain't no jokes. Trump decided on a new Fed chairman, and the markets are not liking what the president decided. Plus, PPI numbers came in hotter than expected. All this is putting on pressure on the markets, and silver is collapsing. What is going on? And crypto is pulling back as well. We're going to talk about all the things you need to know about the crypto markets, about XRP. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button and let's get into it. We'll get to the price of XRP in just a second. It's 172, but we'll get to that for XRP soon. Breaking December PPI inflation comes in at 3% above the expectations of 2.7. Core PPI inflation unexpectedly rises to 3.3 above the expectations of 2.9, and core PPI inflation is now at its highest level since July 2025. PPI inflation is running hotter than expected. So this is a producer's price index, and this is not good, right? And off of this, we have the crypto market taking another pull back here over the past hour. Bitcoin pulling back here, actually very interesting, stopping at the one of these support levels here, 81,900, jumping off of that. Ethereum all the way down to 2,600 already, down 5%. Solana, interestingly, is holding pretty nicely, but the total crypto market is down 2.84%. It's not just the crypto market, the NASDAQ also giving a nice drop here, minus 1.3%. But the real quote unquote star, or not star of the day, is silver, that took a big dip here over the past few hours, down all the way to 77, down 32%. Do you remember I drew something like this? Now, again, it could pop up again, but my fear was that when we have something going parabolic like this, that there will be a freak out, there will be a pop off top, right? And then you have a situation where it starts pulling back significantly. And so we're seeing silver here down 33% on the day. Ay caramba. Gold is also down 12% on the day, so broke 5,000. And remember, the high was just a few days ago, 5,500, now back to 4,700. And so the markets are freaking out a little bit. This coming on the decision to make Kevin Warsh the new Fed chairman. So he was the youngest Fed governor in history during the 2008 financial crisis, said the Fed waited too long to raise interest rates in 2022, said the Fed lost credibility by overstimulating post-COVID, says quantitative easing inflates asset bubbles and worsens inequality. This is the number 4 here, is the reason why I think the markets are reacting like this, because he is basically against quantitative easing, not against, but not a fan. Claims to support a rule-based Fed, not discretionary policymaking, wants a smaller Fed balance sheet and more focus on price stability. A new era of monetary policy is ahead of us. And you can see here, Kevin Warsh is another reason behind the market crash or dip. Yesterday's sell-off began when probability of Kevin Warsh becoming the next Fed chairman surged sharply. This reaction was due to Kevin Warsh's policy record. Kevin Warsh is not new name. He served on the Federal Reserve Board from 2006 to 2011 and played a role during the 2008 financial crisis. Since leaving the Fed, he has been one of the most vocal critics on how monetary policy was handled after that period. He repeatedly argued that quantitative easing inflated asset prices, increased inequality, and mainly benefit financial markets rather than the real economy. He has described quantitative easing as reverse Robin Hood policy. He also said that post-2020 inflation surges was a policy mistake, not an avoidable outcome. That tells markets he is less tolerant of prolonged ultra-easy policy. While Warsh now supports cutting interest rates, his framework is different from what the markets are used to. He has opposed for rate cuts combined with balance sheet reduction, not open-end liquidity. This is a big issue. Markets are pricing the risk that rates may come down, but liquidity may not expand the way it has in previous cycles. That combination is not friendly for high leverage trades, stretch equity valuations, or liquidity-driven rallies. In simple terms, Trump wants lower rates, Warsh wants tighter balance sheets discipline, Market fears rate cuts without quantitative easing. The era of quantitative easing is no longer guaranteed, and markets are finally starting to price that reality. And so that's what we're seeing right now. The market's realizing what is potentially happening here. Is this, silver and gold pulling back? Is this, because of that? Is I didn't see a peace deal or something like that. So that I don't think that would mean, more stability in the world. And then that would make a situation where people were selling the assets, the quote unquote stable assets. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing the market continue to pull back here. And it will be very interesting to see in the next coming hours into the weekend what eventually happens with the crypto market, because the crypto market didn't participate in any of the pull up, but it's participating in the pull down and the freak out. Again, one of the things that was hoped in the next year or so was quantitative easing. And now with this new Fed chairman, it seems that is something that is off the table, or not off the table, but less likely. And the markets are not liking that at all. As you can see, NASDAQ, S&P down as well. VIX, although it was higher yesterday, so take that into consideration. It went up to 19, 20, even almost 20. But the assets are selling off here. High risk assets are selling off here. And so this is a very interesting scenario. And we'll see how this plays out. It's going to be a very interesting next 24 to 48 hours over the weekends to see how the crypto market reacts to this. Again, XRP is at its lowest point since back in April of 2025. I'm excluding October 10th again because it was an outlier wick here that's was because of cascading liquidation. It was only for a few minutes that we were at these levels, and then it bounced back. So we haven't seen these levels since back here. And again, the support level would be at 163. So that's going to be the next area that I'm going to be looking for if XRP does decide to pull back to those levels. That will be the next support level that we'd see here for XRP. Something interesting here, a new crypto brokerage, Caleb and Brown, goes live with Ripple payments, enabling faster fiat on-off ramps for customers. I think we're going to continue to see more and more headlines like this as the crypto market and crypto companies become less of a taboo in the financial world. They have more credibility. The fact that they're trying to pass the Clarity Act, and we have Ripple CEO saying the last couple of weeks have been an absolute firestorm of action to get the market structural bill passed, Clarity Act, right? While banking GOP clears its logjam, thank you, Senator Tim Scott. Congrats in order to Senate Agricultural Committee and Chairman John Boozman for advancing the Senate Agriculture Committee market structure bill out of the committee today, or that was yesterday. As I've said before, clarity is better than chaos. The legislative process can be messy and complex, but it is 100% necessary to have clarity for this and future generations of crypto entrepreneurs. I always have a problem saying this word. I don't know why. Entrepreneur. In Hebrew, the word is a lot easier. It's only 3 letters. Builders and users as this technology becomes increasingly integrated into our global financial infrastructure. And so, again, we'll continue to see more and more headlines like this Caleb and Brown headlines. I think as we go forward, I know that the crypto market price action is not what we all want. We would prefer it, of course, to be much froggier and much closer to 3 or 4 or 5. Remember, there was those people towards the end of the year that were talking about a triple-digit XRP. People still watch them, by the way. Of course, not everything played out, right? So that's the caveat there. They were saying that a few things need to happen, and that didn't happen. And that's how you can always say, well, something will happen if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 will happen, then this will happen. But most likely those 10 things were not going to happen. So we'll see how the price action reacts here in the next coming days. I wanted to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking to sign up to anything or to send me anything. Those are scammers, those are imposters. Please be very careful out there. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.